swimming now, but I took a roundabout way to get here. When I retired from swimming, I really thought it was time for me to hang up my Olympian hat. And I thought, well, I don't want to sing glory days forever, and I'm going to, move on. And I actually, my other interest is health and wellness hospitality. So, believe it or not, I moved to a Caribbean island. I lived on the island of St. Croix and for 3 years, and I worked at a resort, and I was the manager of our corporate events and weddings because I wanted to learn the industry. And what was really great about being there was that I was swimming in the ocean, and I talked to a lot of other swimmers that are retired that don't even want to get near a pool. And one of the wonderful things for me about being on this island was swimming in the ocean and learning to swim because I loved it, and kind of coming back to myself through the sport in the ocean with the fish. And I actually flew straight here from St. Croix, and I go every year for an ocean race. They do a 5-mile swim. After I was in St. Croix, I went to get my MBA in hotel management and finance in Switzerland. So I always said I wanted to be, my goal was to someday be a student and not a student athlete and experience a lot of the travel. I've been all over the world, but swimming. And so I wanted to experience that outside of the sport, and so that's why I studied in Switzerland. I came back to write my thesis in 2008 for my MBA, and while I was writing my thesis, I started getting people asking me for private lessons. My local high school team found out I was in town and just studying. They said, "You've got time, come out and coach our team." And by the time I finished my thesis, I was back full-time involved in swimming and loving it more than I had even before. And what I found was that, much to my surprise and happiness, I found that I loved teaching as much as I loved swimming. And I loved sharing our perspective on swimming with the next generation. And particularly that it was really great for me to have that time away from the sport to come back with a fresh perspective and having had time to process everything that had happened to me. And so now I'm back in my hometown of Phoenix. I'm involved in the swimming community there. I teach private lessons actually out of a destination spa resort. I work with competitive swimmers. I work.
Horrible life.
Somebody's got to do it. I work with triathletes. I work with fitness swimmers. I also do clinics and speeches. And so swimming is still my life.